Hello, all of my beautiful friends out there in YouTube land. Would everybody please just look at this beautiful day that we are about to enjoy. Yeah, but it's my last day off that I get to spend here at the homestead before I got to go back to work for another 7-day stretch. So today, me and Boo Boo are out here in the garden. You can see behind me there. We spent a little time out here yesterday, although I did not film it. My time was limited and I just wanted to get some work done as soon as possible. But we healed up around our potatoes here, and then we replanted all these rows with fresh seeds. So slightly newer seeds, although they're still a couple of years old, two or three, some of the newer seeds that I have. So we went ahead and put a whole bunch of those down in the ground. And I mean, we seeded it thick, so that way if just some of them are viable and germinate and pop up, then we will still have a pretty good harvest going on there. But here again, it's still kind of an experiment because I have never done a fall garden here in Florida. I think we've got warm enough temperatures, and I think we have long enough until we should get any kind of freeze or frost that we should be able to get some good stuff out of it. Here in Jacksonville, Florida, where we live, if we get a freeze, we usually don't get it till late January. Oh, Boo Boo sees the kumquats. You see those kumquats? But this other kumquat bush, it's already ripe. Well, some of them are anyways. Here we go. You want one? Boo Boo loves his kumquats. That one looks good. I get it started for him. There you go. You eat the inside. That was one of my most favorite things to do, is to come out here with Boo Boo in my arms and pick fruit and food right off the vine, right out the ground, and let him eat it. And that's what homesteading's all about. Boy's getting heavy. I've been meaning to tell you guys, I'm now on Instagram, so if you want to follow me over there, I post lots of good pictures about what's going on around the homestead and stuff, even on days when I can't necessarily post a video on YouTube. I usually still tend to get some pictures up on Instagram. But anyways, yeah, follow us on Instagram. You can find me at Hewitt Homestead over there. And also, I want to start doing more of a regular shout out thing, because there are so many awesome YouTube channels out there. I'd like to spend my spare time surfing around looking for the little guys that are up and coming and just starting out. I love to find a family or a couple or just anybody, individual, whatever, that is just beginning their homestead journey, especially the guys and the gals that are going off grid, because that is like totally a dream of mine one day, to sell all this, buy a piece of land, go carve out my own homestead, be off grid, out in the wilderness. And yeah, so I love finding channels like that, or just other homesteading, because the homesteading community on YouTube is such an awesome community, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. And I want to do what I can to boost the community and grow the community as a whole. Not just my channel, but everybody's channel. So today, I got a couple shout outs for you. 2 of them right now. There's more, but I'm going to just give you 2 at a time. Today, right now, I just want to let you guys know about this channel that I found. And some of you already know about them because I've seen your comments on some of their videos as well. But it's Mapleberry Farms, okay? Cool couple up in Canada. He is on his way. He's processing to get out of the military up there. Has had medical issues and surgeries and stuff in the past, and he's fought through it, and he's got his strength back, and he's about to get discharged out of the military, and they've already got their piece of land. They've already got a lot of stuff set up. They've been downsizing. They're ready to go up and out, get out there and start living off the land and living off grid. And cool, funny, cute couple. You guys are gonna love them. Mapleberry Farms, and I'll put a description box. I think it usually comes up over here. Okay, little box you can click on there, and I'll try to put their information in the description below, and put one of those little boxes up here. And yeah. So check them out. And also one other one. There's a cool channel, awesome guy, loves the Lord. He's like, he reminds me of like Wrangler Star when Wrangler Star was starting out. Does a lot of like tree lumberjack woodsy tree stuff, just like a man's man, okay? So check out Odd Man Outdoors, and I'll put a link to his right there about now, and I'll put his link in the description below as well. And so yeah, there's some more I've been finding, and I'll start doing shout outs on a more regular basis. So but y'all go check them out, tell them Devin sent you, and whew, back to work on this sweet potato patch. All right guys, so here is the plan for today. Today I'm gonna go ahead and dig up the entire sweet potato patch because we should have temperatures well up into the 80s for about the next week. We're slowly going to be getting warmer, and then after that it'll start dropping back down again, and from that point on we will probably hang out in the mid to low 70s for a good while. So the reason that we do that, it's good to harvest sweet potatoes and then let them sit in a warm environment for several days before you put them up for good. It does something with the sugars inside of the sweet potato and makes them even better. Although I can take these sweet potatoes right out of the ground and cook them up. We've done it plenty of times, and they are plenty delicious and plenty sweet. But we're going to go ahead and pull all these vines back. We're going to dig up these potatoes, and we're going to see what we got, and then we're going to take them inside in a couple of days and put them up for the rest of the winter. You want another one? Get a yellow one. Gotta get a yellow one. Yellow, yellow. All right, so we got a lot of work to do today, and I am excited to do it because I'm excited to see what happens. If you've been following along, twice now this season, we've harvested a test patch. One out of this area right here, and one out of that area over there, right over there, that kind of bare area, where we then replanted some yellow potatoes over there. But we didn't get a lot of production. I was not very impressed with what came out of the ground. So we are going to see what happens today. Well guys, when it comes to harvesting sweet potatoes, there's really no graceful way to do it. You just gotta rip these vines up and then start turning the soil. This should be great fun. Let's get busy. So if you notice the technique that I'm using, I'm rolling these vines back like I'm rolling up a piece of carpet. And in doing that, it allows me to inspect the underside of the vines and pick off any smaller sweet potatoes that are coming up with the vine instead of breaking off and staying in the ground. We've got a couple of decent sizes, a whole bunch of little bitty ones. I sure am hoping that once we turn this soil, we find a bunch of big ones, because right now it ain't looking so good. Alright guys, as you can see behind me, I've got most of the vines already pulled out of here, and we are getting ready to start turning this soil and see what kind of potatoes we got. Now, I've already gotten some good sized ones that came up when I was pulling the vines, so now I'm starting to get excited. It is ugly, but it's big. Very ugly, but very big. And we got more on the ground. There's a decent sized one over there. Enough jibber jabber. More digging. Not really liking the way that that's working, so we're gonna go to plan B. We're gonna use a pitchfork. I'm gonna stand up and stay out of the dirt. Alright, you guys, well, I am about a third of the way done turning this part of the garden here. I gotta say, I am very disappointed. Well, not very disappointed, but I am a little disappointed. Most of those are small, and most of those have some kind of bug or something been eating on it. But I'm also finding a lot of what would have been good sized sweet potatoes that are rotten. And I think that's probably because the hurricane had this underwater for days and days. It stayed underwater. And then before that, if you remember, this entire summer has been extremely wet with a lot of rain. I mean, inches of rain almost every day. So this ground, even though it's fairly sandy and it can perk really good, it still stayed very wet. But we're going to keep going, and we're going to go ahead and turn this whole area, get what we can out of it. You know, even if I didn't get any sweet potatoes out of here, it wouldn't be a total loss, because all summer long we were eating the leaves off of the vines, and they are an excellent green, taste delicious, and super nutritious. So even if you can't grow sweet potatoes well where you're at, but you can at least get the vines to grow, you could at least plant sweet potatoes and grow sweet potatoes just so that you could have the greens to eat. All right, you guys, we are finally done, and I am exhausted, man. That was harder than I thought it was going to be. We do have a mess of sweet potatoes, not as many as I had hoped for, and not as many big ones as I had hoped for, but we're going to be eating some sweet potatoes now, don't get me wrong. Alright, you guys, well, I am finally done, and I am more slap out. It has been a long day out there digging through the dirt, and my back is killing me. But anyways, we got her done. Here's our sweet potato harvest. See if I can get you down there so you can see. Now, I've got a lot of little ones. I got a couple decent sized ones in here, like that one. But I got a lot of bug damage, so I don't know. You know, I didn't have this much bug damage last year. I had a lot more bigger ones last year. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research. Didn't have this much bug damage last year at all. Nowhere near this much bug damage. And I had a whole lot more bigger potatoes last year. All I can think of is it was a stressful growing season on these potatoes, with so much, just so much rain and water all the time, and then to get flooded out during the hurricane, not to mention just the wind and the stress that the hurricane put on it. I don't know, guys. So then again, I hear from a lot of people around YouTube, other homesteaders, that they didn't have good sweet potatoes this year either. Maybe it's just one of those crazy things. This year just wasn't a good sweet potato year. I don't know. But I got some sweet potatoes. We're going to be eating good for quite a while. I'm just going to have to take all those little ones and just, like, I don't know, boil them all down, smash them all up, make like mashed sweet potatoes. Those are always good. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get a shower and I'm going to call it a day and go spend some time with my family, because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. But I'm so glad that you guys are here. I am still having fun. Anytime I can bring in good, delicious, nutritious food that I grew organically in my backyard, bring it into my house and feed my family with it, well, it just doesn't get much better than that, guys. Well, we love you all very much. I am so glad you are all here. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And as always, you guys, if the good Lord is willing, I'm going to see you again very, very soon. Love you, appreciate you. Bye-bye. And definitely don't forget to go check out those two channels that I told you about. Odd Man Outdoors and the Mapleberry Farms. You're going to love them.